sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The Ferragamo stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead president, and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures dinner, penny hoe.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Portland Riverhogs and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 5-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early. Ball
on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there. 52 yards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Detroit!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Over!
From the gun, Brewer. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watching that, Barney! Barney! No. Check! Patriots! Patriots!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure about the way they flip field position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Watching that, Barney! Barney!
On play action, they'll throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Back 99, Philly, here we go! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brewer. Smith catches left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Brewer. He's going to float this one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes it.
And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Portland in control of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Martin. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Brewer. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Brewer. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's when they add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brewer. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. To throw on 3rd down. Brewer. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. He'll look to throw, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. So they bring out their punter. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Taking it about the 16. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. From the gun, Brewer. Looking deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown.
No, check, Patriot!
Now a first down carry, it's Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Check, Patriot!
Now
he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Gun!
Throwing on first down. Brewer. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, Brewer. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw on second down. Brewer. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. It's caught. Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but back to throw. Brewer. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A give. This is Michel. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. And Tate's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Looking to throw. To Michel on the screen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll run it here. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now?
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on 2nd down. Brewer. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Brewer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And now back out comes the offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. Breaks a tackle. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. But for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing again. Brewer. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Falcons on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Brewer. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Caught right side, Tate. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going.
And oh, it's blocked. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last. We're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
All right, now, look at 56.
And they'll go on the ground. That middle running right through it. And he's going to be taken down. Flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A road win in the National Football.
We can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room, and then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.